This is the object of our affection here. Got the grape harvest going on, and lots of bees. We got yellow jackets, wasps, honeybees, and white-faced wasps. The white-faced wasps are the worst. Once they sting you, they leave a pheromone which invites all the other white-faced wasps to come after you. So the goal is to pick these. I'm going to actually be going underneath of this trestle, and the reason why I'm going underneath the trestle is because I threw the grapevines over the fence nearby, thinking that would be a good way to get some extra grapes, plus to have a way to have them supported farther off the ground. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea, because I have to go underneath of them to pick them. So anyway, leave that where it is. What you need to do is get you a flat box. This is a monitor box, and it's flat. It's got little flaps on it you can use to prop up and directionally drop the grapes down into it. Of course, they crush, but if you're going to be processing them right away, it's not a problem. On a situation like this, and you can see the bees are just unhappy because I'm here. If you wonder why I'm not getting stung, one of the reasons is I'm moving slow. The box is obviously the object of their attention, mainly because it's not covered with insect repellent, DEET. Deepwood's 40 off is what I use, and the reason I use it is not because necessarily the contents of the bottle. The spray head is very quality. It's a nice fine mist, and you spray your gloves, you spray your shirt, basically take your shirt off, spray it. I have a cap, spray your cap, entirely really heavy with the DEET and a mist, because DEET in concentration will melt plastic, so you gotta be careful with your eyeglasses, anything of that nature. So I'm gonna go ahead on the end, make my way underneath it here, and let's see, where's the one thing I need is, and I use knee pads, some knee supports on, stuff underneath of there. So I'm gonna come underneath of it from the end. I've got a lot of grapes this year. I got so many grapes that it actually broke my cable. So cable didn't make it. Probably should have had a thicker cable on there to begin with. So the thing of it is that the bees' flight trajectory, which only makes sense of the mistake I made by hanging these grapes over the fence, the bees' flight trajectory is mainly from up to down. So when you're below something, they see you as less of a threat, mainly because they have the high ground. Kind of a universal concept in nature, I guess. I've already been up through here, and you can see that I've got most of these cleared out. Down there, I've got grapes on the other side of the fence. I can get those from that side. On this side, I need to take the box, fold up the lid, and you can see I've got plenty of bees. Normally, if you're frightened of bees, you are running right now. I'm not, because I've been coached by a friend of mine who's a forester. He runs into ground bees and tree bees and all kinds of bees. And his philosophy is low and slow, and they tend to leave you alone. Except, of course, for the ground hornets, that when they start to bite you and they leave that pheromone, it tends to be an invitation to pile on by all the other hornets. Now here, there's also some yellow jacket species that do the same thing. Here, we've got the grapes obviously hanging down from above. What I've got is to go over our safety procedures, and I've got DEET sprayed around my neck and face very lightly. You do a mist and you walk through it. And on my arm, you can see it's got I only have basically hair on my chest and arms and legs, which is actually a good thing. And it's kind of thick, so I have an early warning system. They have to claw through that to get to my skin, so I can get an idea of whether, in general, this whole idea is working. So it's kind of proof of concept for any other idiot that wants to try this. Basically, the DEET leaves enough of a barrier that I feel them swooping in from time to time, but no, they're really not interested in me. They're more interested in the grapes. They're more interested in anything that's getting between the grapes and the box. Their attention is mainly focused on the box, which leaves me free to go in and cut grapes, and I do it with scissors. Just let them drop into the box. And I'm ambidextrous, so I'll cut with the left hand. I got a little monitor on my wrist so I can see what I'm doing, so I can see if the video makes sense or not. Nice little Sony webcam thing. It's actually a little bit better than the GoPro. The resolution's a little bit better, and they have image stabilization. So, you know, if I'm nervous and shaking because of the bees, you can't really tell. So as you can see, you just go up through here, and like I said, I use scissors instead of pulling, you know, cause excess vibration. And even if the bees are on the bunch that I cut, they basically just follow it on down. So they're not really interested in me. So here I am in the middle of a cloud of bees harvesting grapes, and it seems to be a fairly successful method. Like I said, I've seen similar things in the past. That's where I get my courage. I don't think I would have tried this method if high white-faced hornet. I don't think I would try this method if I hadn't seen other people attempt something similar. So I just want to do this video to let you know that there is a method to the madness if you do get into a situation where you have to harvest grapes. And you can use this technique obviously when you're on the outside, looking from the outside down. It's just that you have to be a little bit more vigilant, because now you have the high ground, and that's when the hornets and bees and things kind of look up, see you as a dark object, see you also as a threat. So being low to the ground, looking up, and cutting the grapes is pretty much the best position you need to be in. So anyway, leave it at that. Wish you luck on your own grape cloud bee picking adventure if you attempt to go there.
Thank you.